Hello, my name is Sarah Albatine and welcome to the second episode of my informative style YouTube video series in which I will be teaching you some of the most favorited Middle Eastern dishes, telling you about their origins and significance to the local culture. Today we are going to start off with a little mention of a Memo Middle East Monitor article that I found intriguing. The article headlines that food and hospitality are a love language in the Middle Eastern culture. The article talks about Syrian American Ahmed al-Sahabi. He uses the cuisine he learned from his mom and turns them into recipes that his followers can use to try and replicate the Middle Eastern cuisine. He states that food is the epicenter of life, and with encouragement he has learned to master the distinct style and way of making great dishes and incorporating the Middle Eastern traditions into his recipe. Now for today's episode, we will be cooking a homely meal that many people love around the Middle East as a staple food that doesn't require too much cooking. The food we will explore and talk about today is none other than Macarona labneh, that originated from Lebanon as an Arab take on pasta. This pasta with yogurt sauce is very distinct and different from other heavier pasta dishes with their heavy, hard-to-swallow, thick sauces containing bucket loads of cheese. This pasta is a healthy option for pasta lovers and still bears the same delicious tang to it as other pastas. Not only is it healthier, but it is lighter and perfect for picky eaters. That's enough information for now. Let's get cooking. The ingredients we will need for this recipe are, for the spiced meat, 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 small onion which is finely diced, 2 cloves of garlic that are minced, 500 grams of ground beef or lamb, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of 7 spices or allspice, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now for the yogurt, you're going to need 500 grams of yogurt, you're going to need 4 to 5 cloves of garlic crushed. I used 6 because I like it really garlicky, that's my recommendation for you. 1/4 a teaspoon of salt plus more to taste. To assemble, you need 500 grams of cooked and drained pasta of your choice. I like whole wheat elbow macaroni, but anyone would do. I also prefer the long ones, the thin, like just normal pasta. 1/4 a cup of toasted pine nuts and a handful of chopped fresh parsley for garnish. Get your oven mitts and your cooking hats on. Let's get cooking. For making the yogurt sauce, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mix the yogurt, the crushed garlic, and the salt until they're well combined. You're going to taste for seasoning, see if you need to add more salt or garlic or any of that. And you're going to place it in the fridge to chill until the meat and pasta are ready. For the meat, you're going to heat the oil in a skillet over medium heat until hot. Then you're going to add the diced onion and saute for a few minutes or until they begin to soften. Then you add the garlic and continue to cook until the onions are translucent or clear. Then you add the minced meat and you're going to drain the cooked meat or if it's fat after it browns. Then don't add the salt, pepper, and spices until after you drain it. If you won't drain the meat, you can add the salt, pepper, 7 spices or allspice, and cinnamon, and continue to cook the meat, breaking up any clumps with a wooden spoon until browned and well cooked through. Taste for seasoning, and you can adjust accordingly to your tastes. Now, then you assemble, you cook and drain the pasta according to your package instructions, then immediately before you eat, you toss the pasta with yogurt sauce until it's well coated, and top it with the spiced meat texture. Toasted pine nuts and parsley, they're optional, but they taste extremely good on it. Now, it's time for some commonly asked questions and my personal recommendations. For the sauce, I prefer that you simply stir together the yogurt, crushed garlic, and salt. Go for less if you like a milder flavor, but if you're more of a garlic lover like I am, then you should mix it all up and taste. Add more or less salt and garlic as you prefer, but you can also add dried mint. It's all just optional and it's all based on taste and preference. Should I use Greek yogurt or regular yogurt for the sauce? I personally always use regular yogurt, but you can absolutely substitute Greek yogurt if you want a lighter version. For the pasta, typically elbow macaroni, but you can use all types. I also really like the long stringy one, the normal pasta. And now the meat, I always prefer ground beef, although you can use lamb or without any meat if you want a more vegetarian type dish. This meal in total for one serving, it contains 675 calories. Try it. Tastes great, right? Yum! Don't forget to tune into the next episode where we will be making another wonderful Middle Eastern meal. Bye bye now. Until next time.